Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss on analysis of forensic images using open source tools like Autopsy, SIFT and commercial tool FTK Imager. Our group members are Shantila Sen, Sejal Ravankar and myself Manali Patil. So let's start with the introduction. Let's see what is forensic image. A forensic image or forensic copy is a bit by bit, sector by sector direct copy of physical storage device including all files, folders and unlocated free and slack space. Forensic images include not only all the files visible to the operating system but also deleted files and piece of files left in the slack and free space. Let's move further slide when it is used. There are many applications available of this software, but main, but mainly used in the case of cybercrime. Cybercrime, we can retrieve data by using this software to solve the criminal cases. Unless the data is deleted securely and overwritten, it can often be recovered with forensic or file recovery software. Next slide will be continued by Sejal Ravankar.
So till now, as we have seen that what is forensic image and when it is used. So let's see that what are the other tools for the forensics are available in the market. So these are list of the some tools that are available and mostly used for recovering of any data. First is SANS Shift, ProDiscover Forensic, Volatility Framework, Autopsy and XWAYS Forensic. So let's move further. Now we will be going to see FTK. What is FTK? FTK is a computer forensic software made by Access Data. Data Access is a company. Basically, it scans the hard drive for various information. It can be used to locate any emails, any password. We can just recover any of the data that we want from the physical drive. Using this tool, we can do that things. Other than that, this tool also includes the disk imaging that is called as FTK image. This tool saves an image of an hard disk in one file or in segment that may be later on reconstructed. So over here, when the data is recovered, it is stored in the form of an image that we get data we have to recover. So the result is an image file that can be saved in several formats, including DD-RAW. DD-RAW means copy and convert. So why it is DD not CC? Because CC is already used by C compiler. So the extension uses DD. Let's move further. Let's see that another software. Autopsy Digital Forensic Tools. Autopsy is a digital forensic platform and graphical interface for the digital forensic tools. It is used by law enforcement, military, and corporate examiners to investigate what happened on the computer. We can even use it to recover photos from your camera's memory card. Further will be continued by Shantilal Sen.
So till now, as we have seen that what are the tools available in the market, and so from those tools, I will be showing you that performing the two tools, that is the FTK imager and another one is the autopsy. So basically, here are the two tools that I have already downloaded. So for that, if you want to download these tools, then you can just simply go here and first we will perform on FTK, that is Forensic Toolkit imager. Okay, so for that you have to go to the Google and just type ftk imager. Okay, and after that you can download from over here. So the access data, it's basically a site, and you can just simply click on the download now option and you can download the ftk imager software. So once it's download, since I have downloaded already, so we will be opening over here. So after once it's open, so this will be the something that we will be seeing on our screen. And here we have to just go to the files and create a disk image. So after clicking on the disk image, we will then a window will be appeared. Okay, here it will ask to select the source evidence type. Okay, so basically what does this mean? That what is the source from which that we have to recover our data? So is it a physical drive, it's a logical drive, image file, or and many more? Okay, so I will be selecting over here a physical drive. After that, we will click on the next. Okay, and over here it will ask that which one. So basically there are two options. Since this SSD is my hard drive, inbuilt hard drive in my laptop, and this is the USB pen drive that I am already attached. Okay, so we will be selecting this since it means that I will be recovering the data from this pen drive that I have already deleted. I have just stored some data and I have deleted from this pen drive. So we will be trying to recover this data that I have deleted, and it will be stored in the format of an image format. Okay, so we will be clicking on the finish, and after that it will show some this kind of window, and here it will ask for adding. Okay, so we will be adding the image type, that what kind of image we want to store. Like the if when we recover the data, then we will be storing those data in the file of some in the format of some image. So what kind of image we want? So is it a dd, smart, e01, or aff? So we will be selecting a raw dd file, that is direct copy and convert. We will be going to next, and after that it will ask some basic information related to the file. So is the case number, let's say we will be putting case number as 1, evidence name, say case 1. Okay, then the unique description, say evidence. Okay, then after that examiner xyz, and say note abc. After that we will clicking on the next, and here it will ask us to select the image destination folder. So we will be simply saving it as in evidence, that I've already created an folder on my desktop, evidence, and we will be just clicking on OK. After that, it will just ask us to name the file, and we will say that image.dd. Okay, excluding extension. So there is no need to put the extension. Okay, so is it it's okay if we don't put the extension? We will be clicking on the finish. After that, once the file is added over here, then we have to just click on the start, then it will be just start creating the image. Okay, so it will be taking, the process takes a long time, so it will be taking around 10 to 15 minutes. Since I have already done, so we will be skipping this part. I will cancel over here. It's all depend on your drive size. Okay, like my pen drive is a size of 16 GB. So if you are having the storage device, external storage device of more size, then it will take a more time. So it's all depend on the pen drive or the external drive. Okay, so just a second. So here is the file evidence. Here are some those files that has been created. Okay, so if we click over here, since if you can see that this is a dd.dd file. Okay, then we will be just opening it. So here as you can see that those are the information that I have that I put while creating this image file. So here's the case number, evidence number, unique descriptions, examiner notes, and many more other informations available over here. So this is one software that we can use to create or to retrieve the data, and it will just store all those data in the format of the image. Okay, in image format. And the another one is the autopsy. Now I'll show you that from where we can download the autopsy software. So we have to just simply type over here OAUTOP autopsy software, and after that yeah, the autopsy.com. We have to just click over here simply, and then we can just go to download, and we can download as per our PC configuration. Is it a 62 bit, 62, 32 bit, or 64 bit? So since I have my PC is of 64 bit configuration, and I have downloaded the 64 bit, so I have already downloaded it. So we will skip this part, and we will open the software. Okay, so once it open, we will be able to see this kind of the window. Okay, it will ask us to create a new case, and if you have already performed on any case or anything, then it will be just tell us to reopen that case and open a new case. Okay, so we will be first clicking on new case. We will create a new case. It will ask some details, basic details about the case. So the case name, let's say case one. Okay, and I will store it on a desktop, and on desktop it will create a case one file. Okay, so we will click on next. Sorry, it okay, it's already exist. I have already created. So in case one, in case one, there is again a case one folder. It will create. We will go to the next, and here the case number. Let's say one. Name say XYZ, phone number 123, and basic details that I have already entered. Okay. Then the note is not meant as it's not mandatory that we have to put the note, but still, if we want, then ABC or anything that we want. Okay. And we will be just clicking simply on finishing. Then it will create a database, and after creating a database, again it will ask for some basic information related to our case. Just a second, it will take some time. Okay, so over here, it will this kind of a window will be appeared after creating a database, and it will ask us to select a type of a data source that we want to add. Okay, so we will be adding the data from our local disk. So we will simply click on the next, and after that, it will ask the data source that from where or to where we have to select. So I will be selecting my pen drive. Okay, so from pen drive I want my data that I have deleted, so I need to be recovered. So I will be clicking over here on the next, and yeah, over here it will ask us to that what kind of a data we want to recover. So is it all files, directories, unallocated, allocated, space and all. So we have to just simply select from over here, and if you don't know that what kind of the file you want, then you can just simply go on the next. By default it has been selected. Just click on the next. Okay, over here it has been creating. So it will just take 10 to 15 minutes. Once it come to the 60%, after that it will just take few minutes. So we will be again skipping this part. Okay, we will be skipping this part, and I will show you that I have already created some. Just a second. Yeah, I will be showing you that I have already performed this thing. The case one, this. Okay. Yeah, once it's finished creating, then you will be able to see these kind of things over here. Then you can just simply go to the file type by extension, and it will show you that what kind of the file it has recovered. So it has 3 images, 7 videos, 6 audios, and if you have any archive files or database files, then it will again show over here. Then if you want to see that what he had recovered, that the deleted file, so it has recovered almost 35 deleted files. If you want, then you can just go and see over here. Okay, so this is how you can just recover your files that have been deleted. And if you want to generate a report, then you can just simply click on generate a report, type an header and a footer over here, and then just simply click on the next and finish. So since the report has been generated, here is the link. You can just click on it, and you will be able to see the report. Yeah. And after that, so this is what the thing, how it works basically. Okay. And once it is done, you can close the case. Okay. So let's back to the PPT. So there are some advantages and disadvantages of those softwares, and basically the advantage is that it recovers the file that are been deleted. Okay, so we basically it is used in the criminal cases where the forensic experts need to be recover the file that are been deleted by the suspect, and after that there is a disadvantage. The disadvantage is that the cost. Okay, so cost is like for this two thing, it is in the legal situations, like if there is any case available, then the forensic experts are higher for that cases, and for retrieving the data. So the forensic experts charges as per hour, on the hour. Okay, so the as much the hours they are been working on this case, then they will be charged as per that. Okay, and this is the, and since the conclusion is that hacking may be easy at some of the point, but hiding a data is extremely difficult. So the computer forensics is the answer, determining what exactly happened, what causes it to happen, and establishing a timeline of the activity. So this is how it works. Thank you.